Okay, the third type of operation is fetching a word from a memory and putting it into a processor register. Okay, I will directly take an example to understand this, so it will be easy to understand. So we'll take an example wherein address of a memory location is to be accessed. This address is stored in the register R1. So what R1 is holding? R1 is holding the address of a memory location, okay, where the data is stored. This data from the memory location will be transferred to the register R2. This is nothing but loading the data from the memory location specified by R1 into the register R2. So the assembly level language instruction becomes as move R1 into brackets comma R2. Over here this instruction is of having the format as move source comma destination. So source is R1, the contents of that is nothing but the memory location, comma the destination is R2. The sequence of operation are shown both in the in and out control signals, also in normal sentence format. So the first step of operation is whatever the contents of R1 are there, the contents of R1 is an address. So that address is first transferred to the MER, memory address register. Why? Because to transfer the address between the processor to memory, MER is used. Okay, to transfer the data between the memory and the processor, MDR is used. Okay, so what R1 is containing? R1 is containing an address. So that address will be going to the MER. What is the second step? Start a read operation on the memory bus. So a read control signal will be generated. Okay, this control signal indicates that the operation that is to be specified is a memory read operation. Third step, wait for the MFC response from the MMR. Okay, what is a MFC? Already we have seen this in the 6th unit. MFC stands for memory function complete. What is the function that is being carried out? Either the function can be read, either the function can be memory write. Over here we are considering the function to be as a memory read. So the third step, okay, the third step states that you have to, the processor has to wait. Wait for what? Wait for the function to be completed, the read function to be completed. Okay, who generates the MFC? The memory will generate it. Memory will indicate that yes, reading the memory has been completed or not. Once it is being completed, the fourth step it starts. Okay, fourth step indicates that whatever data that has been read, it is loaded into the MDR. Okay, as we know, the data that is transferred between the memory and the processor, or processor and the memory, it first is loaded in the MDR, memory data register. Once the fourth step is complete, we can say that the data is inside the processor. But where should be the data according to the instruction? The data should be in the register R2. So you have to transfer the contents of the MDR. MDR contains the data. This data is transferred to the register R2. The fifth step indicates that the operation move R1 into brackets comma R2 is being executed. The same sequence of operation is shown with respect to the in and out control switches of respective register. Okay, so first step, R1 out. In first step, R1 out is activated, MER in is activated, read signal is activated. Okay, MDR in E stands for external bus connection. Okay, we will understand this in the next slide. WMFC stands for wait memory function to complete. The third step after the completion of the read memory function, the MDR out is activated and R2 in is activated. Okay, the same steps are shown with respect to a diagram in the next slide. Okay, we have taken the same example. To understand this, first understand how the MDR is connected to the buses. Inside the processor there is only one bus, internal processor bus, because we are going through a single bus organization, so there is only a single bus inside a processor. But outside a processor to connect the processor to the memory, we have a memory bus. Okay, this memory bus is connected to the processor via two registers, MAR and MDR. Okay, so MAR and over here in this example we are considering a MDR. So how the MDR is connected to the internal processor bus, which is on the right hand side of the MDR, and how is the memory external bus or memory bus is connected to the MDR is shown on the left hand side. Okay, so as the connection is between the MDR is for two types of buses, one is internal, other is memory bus. There are four switches, two switches for in signal and two switches for out signal. Okay, as we will start from the right hand side. On the right hand side, if you can see, the MDR out is used as a switch to connect MDR register to the internal processor bus, and the MDR in is used to connect the MDR register to the internal processor bus. The in and out functionality remains the same. If you want to put something into the MDR register which is the contains on the internal processor bus, means something is on the internal processor bus, you want to put it into the MDR, MDR in will be activated, that is equals to 1. MDR out will be equals to 0. If something is stored in the MDR which is to be put onto the or supplied onto the internal processor bus, MDR out is equals to 1 and MDR in equals to 0. Similarly, to have differentiation between the names MDR out and MDR in, the MDR is connected to the external memory bus via the two switches, that is MDR out E. E stands for external memory bus. MDR in E. E stands for external memory bus. Okay, so there is a differentiation in the names in the switches, so not to get confused with that. Okay, the functionality remains the same. If something is there on the memory bus, external memory bus, which is to be put in the MDR in E equals to 1 and MDR out E equals to 0. If we want to transfer the contents of MDR to the external memory bus, the MDR out E will be equals to 1 and MDR in E will be equals to 0. Okay, by using this logic, these three steps are being designed. Okay, the last and the fourth category of operations that are performed by the processor is storing a word in the memory. The third one was taking something out from the memory and loading into the processor. Now we are going to transfer a word, a data word we can say, from a processor inside a memory. Okay, so to understand this, we'll take an example, that is move R2, R1 into brackets. Okay, this instruction is having the format as move source, destination. So the source is R2 and the destination is R1, which is nothing but a memory location. So R1 is holding a memory location, a memory address of a memory where the data is to be, or the word of data is to be sent from R2 to a specific memory location pointed out by R1. The sequence of operation are shown in 3 steps. Okay, by using in and out control switches of respective registers that will be used. R1 out in the first step, R1 out, MAR in. In the second step, R2 out, MDR in, write control signal, because we are going to write into the memory location. Third, MDR out E, which stands for external memory bus switch of MDR, and WMFC. Okay, wait for memory function to complete. Okay, once this third step is complete, there is no need to wait. The memory indicates that the operation is completed. The structure is same that we have seen in the previous slide for the third type of operation, that is loading a word from the memory to the processor. Okay. The structure of connection and the control signals for the register MDR to the internal processor bus and to the external memory bus is as shown in the previous slide.